All right, what's up? This is She Shreds with Rasan, and today I'm super excited because I have a couple of guys with me from Red Light Running. They are a band out of Columbus, Ohio, and these guys are really getting around, playing some really cool gigs that we're going to talk about. They've got actually quite a few of their own singles. So let's just jump into with Brian. I've got Brian Pierce. He is the lead vocals and guitar, and Peter Doman, who also does bass and vocals. Thank
Hey,
you for so much for being with me, guys.
hey, thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm super excited. So, Red Light Running, can you tell me like how you got started with your name for the band? I really like it, and I like the merch that you've already got out.
Thank
Well,
you.
so at first we decided to just make a right hand grenade. We just decided to, well, we were at an open mic one night, and then we just decided to come up with Red Light Running. Brian actually brought up Red Light Running. I was
So,
like, okay.
so I just basically told them one night when they were like, "Hey, what name are we putting down?" I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be Red Light Running," because I was in the car with a friend, and I don't even remember what friend it was, right? And they looked over at me and they were like, "So we're Red Light Running now, are we?" And I just looked at him and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's it! Like that's the name. That's gonna be the one, right?" That's pretty much how.
Awesome. So it just went with that and it took off.
Yep.
I love it. It just, things like that, they kind of just happen organically. You don't really have to put a lot of thought into it or like be too intentional. And usually that's what seems to work the best and create a lot of memories. But anyway, so you guys are based out of Columbus, Ohio. Is that where you got your start?
Yep, right here. Well,
Okay.
Columbus is like, we're all in the Columbus, but like he's in Hilliard, I'm in Dublin, we're kind of just all around the Columbus areas.
Okay. All right. And you've been playing in a lot of different areas through Ohio. Do you plan to stay in Ohio? Will you be venturing out?
Oh, the plan is to definitely get out there, you know what I mean? Keep building the fan base and keep expanding outward, you know what I mean? The sky is the limit, We're trying to take that rocket ship to the top.
Awesome. So, yeah, you've got a show coming up. It's in Yellow Springs, right?
Yep.
Ohio
Yes.
with Saving Abel.
We're saving Abel, November 22nd. Make sure you're there.
That is sweet. So, how did you come across landing that?
So see, so these are the crazy stories, right? So
Who do you know? I want to know who all you guys have in your pocket.
right, so check this out. Check this out. So like I have a tendency to just like say things out into the world and stuff just like happens, right? Like I don't know how it's gonna happen. I just like it's just gonna happen, right? And I was telling Peter and everybody, I was like, I don't want to like trudge it out. I don't want to have to go through the bar scene for years and this, that, and everything else, right? And like I don't know how we were gonna do it, but like literally a week later, I get a phone call from a promoter and they're just like, "Hey, I have this opportunity for you. It's with the 80s band Trickster, right? Which is like all the guys from like Fozzy and like the guitar player from like Def Leppard and stuff, Steve Brown. Like he does a bunch of stuff,
Yes,
right?
familiar
And
with Trickster.
yeah. So we were like, absolutely. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, let's just make it happen. Cool. I'm not going to say no. Right. So
Heck yeah.
that happened. It was great. You know what I mean? Things started moving forward. And then we got an offer to play with Trapped, the guys that play Headstrong and everything. So like, and
Yes,
that was
that
awesome.
too.
A packed show. So that was great. And then that went well. So they're like, "Hey, you want to play with Saving Abel?" And we're like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. Like, we're just, you know what I mean? We're like, we're just go, 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 go. Like, you know what I mean? So
We're on the
That is
train. It's
sweet.
not
Yeah,
popping up.
definitely
yeah,
takes
we're on
those
the train. We're
opportunities.
hanging on. We're not hopping off, man. Whatever it takes.
Where was it that you guys played with Trapped? I know I saw some of info
Same
about it
place
on your
up there,
Facebook.
same place in Yellow Springs. It's a venue called Tuckin' Reds. They're like a winery,
Okay,
and then they make their own moonshine and everything. But then they've got a whole part of the whole venue place is just set up with a stage, a little bar, and everything. It's really cool. It's real intimate.
nice.
It's real nice. It's about like maybe 400 people max.
Okay. All right.
So it's
So would you say it's more of a mellow crowd or do people still get rowdy?
I mean, there was a bar fight last time we were there, right?
Okay.
I
All
was,
right. I'll take it.
it depends on what's going on, man.
What stays in the club?
Goodness. Was it a guy bar fight or a girl bar fight?
I don't even know.
It was a guy bar.
Was it?
Yeah.
You
Okay,
don't
yeah,
even
I
know.
just heard
All
about
right.
it.
Okay. Well, hey, that's that kinda goes along with the whole package sometimes, I
You know what I
guess,
mean? The excitement comes along with
regardless
it.
of the music. So, I did see too that you guys are in the studio, so you're recording. What all are you laying down right now?
So we just finished up vocals on like the whole album. Next is the mixing and mastering. So that'll happen in about the next month. But I think what did you do? 7 songs? Yeah, we did 7 songs for the first album.
Nice.
Coming up.
Okay. So are you doing most of the editing, producing?
No,
Do you have help
no.
with that? How does that go, I guess?
The professionals are taking care of that. You know, show up, we play our music,
Nice. So you've
and
got
they're gonna yeah. So I've tried it, and you know,
okay.
as a musician, I get caught up in the okay, that sounds good, and then I'll listen to it, and then it's okay, I'm gonna change this. Okay, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change this, and then I just never get anything done because like I just need to put it in somebody else's hands and let them take care of it, or else I'm just gonna always critique it and change it. You know what I mean? So
That's very understandable.
you know,
Yeah. Let the professionals handle that, like you said.
I'm
What'd you say?
said I'm here to just play the music. They're there to take care of everything else.
Sweet. So I did see too where I think it's Matt. He plays the trumpet for one of your songs.
No, it's me.
Later.
Yep, I play the trumpet as well.
Oh, that's
Yep.
you?
Yep.
Oh, that's you playing the trumpet.
Yep.
Okay. And so which song is it? Is it for Memory or a different song?
A different song, Heaven's Walls.
Heaven's Walls. Okay. All right. I liked that you have that right there on the stage. You know, it's just all live, but it's not every day that you see a rock band break out a trumpet.
Told you.
Yep,
Look, it's we get this all the time because we'll
It's
start the show
original.
out
No,
pretty heavy, right?
it goes really well.
Then all of a sudden it's just trumpet time. People are like,
yep. They're like,
What
"Oh, that's interesting." Yeah, so it really
How long
brings
have
up
you played the trumpet?
so I actually started, like, when I was, like, in the 5th grade and then kinda went up to, like, middle school, and so my music instructor, he didn't want me to proceed to the next class, so and because on the trumpet, you have to be, like, really high notes and stuff like that, so he just, didn't let me proceed, so and I just kinda quit. After that, until, like, now recently, you know, I kinda picked up the trumpet again, and looks like I still got it.
So I'll tell you in a minute why I'm asking you so many questions about the trumpet, but when you said you kinda picked it back up, did it come natural or did you
Yeah,
have
I guess it did. I just seen it in my closet one night, and then, I was actually playing Brian's songs, you know, that he made, so and then, I just followed along with Heaven's Walls, and then I just picked it up and was like, "Alright, I'll try this out, I have an idea," so I just did it and showed it to him, and he thought it was awesome, so now it's out there.
no, it's there. There it is.
Sweet. Yeah, so I'm asking because, my youngest plays trumpet in the high
Alright,
school band, so yeah,
nice.
she's in 8th grade,
I
and,
like
Okay.
the trumpet
actually
after
the
that.
Yeah, and that's who his kid has the trumpet now because of me.
Cool. No, that is awesome, and that's part of my plug towards the end too is, kids and
Nice.
music, but
Yeah,
yeah, she started with the trumpet in 5th grade. Yeah, so the first year that they let kids, start going to music class and pick an instrument and stuff, and I really thought that she would, go with drums because she plays drums here at home too, but she went with the trumpet, and, the first couple years, she's just kinda like, would fizz in and out with it, the music teacher would put on a report like, "Needs to pay more attention in class," or put
Huge.
more effort, and then, a couple years go by, and she just actually is taking it serious now. It's her jam. So, yeah,
that's
she
why
got to be in the, band.
That's why, like, my thing is, like, no matter what anybody says, don't ever quit, you know, just keep going, and, it'll definitely get you. I regret it, but it's not too late, so
If you wanna switch it up too, that's fine, you don't have to stick with just one thing forever, you know? So, I don't even think our kids have any idea of what it means to stick with just one thing for more than 2 years. So, we're talking about
Yeah,
music, sports, any kind of hobby, a job. I mean, I don't think we know anybody who's kept the same job for 20 years now, you know?
you have it
yeah.
anymore.
So,
Right.
no. Yeah. So you are gonna be having you're gonna have a full record coming out soon then?
Yes. The demos are all up right now on all the streaming platforms, but they're all just demos that, you know, basically I recorded just to get out there before everybody was together. But now we're all in, you know, got done. We recorded everything together now as a full band. So we're gonna replace all those and upload all the new stuff.
Okay. So With that coming out, then what is the plan? Do you just plan to kind of take the shows as they come? Do you think a tour is going to be happening anytime?
Man, I want to
We're
put
hoping.
together. We're looking to get right now. We're looking for buses and vans, something so we don't have to take 5 cars everywhere we go with everything packed in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. But
Yeah, you
eventually,
need an Econoline, don't you?
yes, absolutely.
One of those big ass vans. Yeah.
but
I wonder how
yeah.
much those run, even like a used one. I can't imagine. Probably like 2 house payments
So like, I'm the guy that like we're just gonna buy everything used for now. You know what I mean? But look, we found a school bus that had been converted, like, into, like, a RV, right? And they only
Oh my god,
wanted,
I love that idea.
$600 for the thing, so I know some diesel mechanics, we'll be alright.
That's all you need, honestly.
You know?
Now the thing is though, like if you do go on tour, you're gonna have to have them on standby, so
Yeah, 100%.
or just get to know people along the way that live in
That's
different areas.
We've met so many nice people. I'm telling you what, man, like, you always hear horror stories, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a crazy industry and it's just wild and people are this, that, and the other. But man, it's been pretty cool for us and people have been like real upfront and like no problems and smooth sailing for the most part. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm sure things happen, but you got to roll with the punches or you're
Yeah,
not going to make it.
I'm
That's it.
sure. Well, and just when you think you've heard it all, something happens and you're like, "You can't make this shit up." So,
Yep.
So, look, we were at a show
what are
and
some of the crazy things that you've heard
yeah, so we were at a show and mid-show, the show gets stopped because somebody locked a child in their car. What?
on purpose?
No, well, maybe, yeah, I don't know. Like, all we know is that like whoever was in charge of the child was at the venue for like hours, right? Like the police had to talk to people and like do all kind of, and we were like, what
Yep.
is going on, man?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty wild. That was a wild.
Yeah, that is. Oh my god. Well, I hope that the child ended up being okay.
Yeah, I believe so. They got the doors open and everything, but it was just a crazy experience. Everything got halted. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
So we know that, the crowd can get rowdy, people get in fights. Is there anything else crazy that you have seen at your shows so far?
It's and rowdies, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just the normal
Yeah.
concert stuff.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
normal stuff. That happens.
normal drunk people stuff.
You know. Yeah. No. But it don't ever
Goodness.
to come to our shows. Like like everybody's mostly cool that we go to. So
Yeah,
don't ever
Yeah,
think.
that's good.
Yeah.
They're there for the music,
Yeah.
right. We're for the music. Yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely. And then have you noticed, like, is there a certain age that you've noticed, or is it all ages? My guess would be all ages
yeah. It's all
that
over
you
the
see
place.
at your shows.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool because that means that, our generation, we're letting our kids in and,
Right.
just letting them hear the music that we have that's current.
My kid loves the show. I wouldn't have it without him. You know what I mean? Like he's there every time we play, and he loves it. So,
Awesome. So is there a place so far that you would say is one of your favorite places you've played, or do you like them all equally? I mean, every place does has its own character.
I really enjoyed the Talking Reds,
yeah,
actually, too.
Talking Reds is
Mhm.
probably
That's my favorite.
that's my favorite.
Mm.
Nicest was probably what the gym,
Yeah.
hidden gym.
Yeah.
It's like on the far side of Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
And we
right.
do have a show
Would
coming
you
up.
guys ever be interested in coming to Mansfield, my hometown?
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to
Okay.
live in Mansfield up
Sweet.
there off of what is that? 40.
You did?
Yeah, man. I lived in a trailer park right up there. What you pass? Man, what Ashland? If you kept going down the road, Ashland was right down the road that I lived on.
Road or the town Ashland?
I think it was the town Ashland.
Okay. So how long ago was that when you lived here?
Maybe 7 years ago now.
Okay.
A while ago.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're like right in the middle of we're equally as far away from Columbus and Cleveland.
Yep. You got Shawshank.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So have you ever come to Ink when they have that here?
So I've never been to Ink, but I go every year.
I've actually been to Ink. I've seen Parkway Drive, so
Awesome. Were you here this year?
I was.
Okay. I was too. So Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember seeing me? We passed each other, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk to that guy later in November." Yeah, so, yeah, that definitely the hometown never saw that coming, that they would have a big, metal festival like that now, like they
Yeah, that's
do.
right.
But,
Yeah, it was awesome.
yeah, it's cool. You get the free tours of the prison and all that, and they
Yeah,
do the
Yep.
lead prison too, so,
absolutely.
yeah, I think that's probably the only thing that we are known for.
Yeah, the Shawshank Prison.
And the,
Yeah,
tattoo shop
Shawshank and what's that?
tattoo, shop that they have there for tattoos.
What, the ink?
Yeah,
At the
Yeah, yeah.
prison?
absolutely,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Yep, I
They
know.
got this out.
Now my tattoo artist, I've always asked him, I'm like, "Hey, are you going to ink this year?" He's like, "Fuck no. I'm not gonna go give people tattoos so they can go out there and run around and rub against people with a fresh wound." Kinda
Right.
makes sense, but
Yep, and
but
the
yeah,
line
I think it's still a really cool idea, you can walk through, you see all the tattoo, artists, see what they're doing while they're actually doing ink and talk to them. You always see something new, something that you wouldn't even
yeah,
expect to see,
it was
honestly.
very absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I just felt like a squirrel the whole time I was there this year because everywhere you look, there were people. I mean, it was just, you sit there, you think you're gonna focus on the band, then somebody walks by and you're like, "What the fuck are they wearing? Wait," so it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's a good time, though.
absolutely.
It's my favorite time of the year, dude. Sonic Temple.
Yeah,
God.
that too. Looking forward to that.
Did you go this year?
Yeah.
What's that?
Can we do story time?
Yes, please.
So
Let's hear it.
Peter wants to go to see Chevelle, so, we go to we
That's my
go to
all-time
Sonic
favorite
Temple.
band, by the way.
So,
Yeah.
we see
Okay.
Chevelle, Peter's drinking, we're smoking, drinking, Peter's getting more and more and more and more inebriated. So, time goes on, now we're all walking along, Peter's got, like, a cup of cheese and one of them big pretzels, right? We're all walking.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Peter looks up and just drops the cheese. Cheese
I don't know
hits
how
the
it happened.
ground, explodes all over the place. It's on me. It's on him. It's on all the people around us. Right? He's just like because he's all fucked up, man.
I had too much. I'll agree.
Man, that's pretty cheesy.
So,
Yeah, it was.
so the
So,
night continues
did you,
on.
like, lick it off or wipe it off or just wear it and let it
Yeah,
dry?
to grab napkins or
Yeah,
something, so I
he's
just
there
yeah,
smearing it.
yeah. It was hilarious.
Well, you probably
Yeah,
paid at
Peter's
least, like, an extra 5 just for the cheese on top of
Bro, that's
the
$15
$25. Yep,
places
yep,
are
store
just to smear it.
right.
just to smear it.
Yeah.
And then Miss Metallica, he spent the whole night after that in the bathroom.
Yeah, that
Were
was
you
my
sick?
first show too.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
done for.
I got to see
No.
the last 4 songs, so that's okay, I guess.
Okay, do you remember when you
Yeah.
saw 'em?
He's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
I did.
yeah."
After I went out to the stage, so yeah, I said, well, to see them. Yep.
Well, I hear that they're gonna be touring again, so maybe you can catch
They're
them
gonna
when they
be
come
touring.
around. Are they touring with Guns N' Roses, or did I make that up? I think it might be.
Ooh, I don't know, that would be a
I
good
keep
show.
hearing I feel like I've seen that it's Metallica and Guns N' Roses, or maybe it's Guns N' Roses, I don't know. I wanted to see one of their shows if they come around, but a lot of the touring, I think, is gonna be in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, AC/DC's coming to
But
town.
anywho, they are?
They just announced it, at Ohio Stadium. It's AC/DC and In This Moment.
Well, that's cool.
Mhm.
I actually went to their last show
I
that they
think it
had in Ohio.
That's right,
So,
yeah.
I was told that that was gonna be their last tour, but, got
It's
another one
never
coming
their
up now.
last tour, man.
they keep popping off with more.
That's right.
Well, maybe they just found it's, too much fun to put it down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
That's all it
So
is.
You can't quit now.
no. Yeah, and why not, if you can?
Right?
They've got a large global fan base, so I think it's awesome, it doesn't matter, like, how old you are as long as you can still give it to the fans, and
Right.
give it, in my opinion, means not using a bunch of software,
Yep.
if
That's right.
if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Say this all the time.
That's right.
Yeah,
Very original,
I just
they
feel like a lot of artists have come to rely on that. I mean, I get it, like, for the pyrotechnics and the lights and stuff like that, that's totally different. But for the sound and everything, I want somebody that's gonna keep it original as much as possible.
This is what I mean, haters are gonna hate, right? So, like, whatever, but, like, this is what I tell Peter all the time. I'm like, "Hey, man, we can show up anywhere and put on a rock concert.
Yeah. I don't even use a pedal,
We don't
so I could just plug in and I'm ready to go.
There's no computers,
Really?
Yeah,
there's no click tracks, there's no backing tracks, there's nothing. It's us, our instruments, and our amps, right? So, like, you got everybody else, people lose their computers and they can't put a show on because their laptops are
Oh, yeah,
missing.
they're fucked. They are fucked, literally.
That's why I tell him, I'm like, guys, I'm like, we're like, we're an old school rock band with a new sound. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have any
exactly.
computers. Our drummer is the drummer. He's a metronome, right? Like, no click track, no computer.
Oh,
He's not listening to anything. We're
yeah,
listening to the drummer. The drummer's listening to us, and that's how we play the music, right? Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Yeah, so like I'm with you 100%. Like I'm tired of the computers and the click tracks and all the other stuff. Like
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I will tell you this, if I ever pay to go to a concert and I hear a motherfucker using Auto-Tune, I'm out.
gone,
I hate that shit. That is the worst shit ever, and the guy that came up with it, he never intended for it to be used like it is now. It was just kind of
right
like a, you know,
here,
fluke
man.
type thing, he's fucking around, came up with it, and so many people use it now, and it sounds horrible.
Right,
Yep.
right,
No matter what voice you have, it sounds the same when it goes through Auto-Tune.
right. That's why
Yep.
music starts sounding the same, man. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So tell me, like, what are some of your musical influences that you grew up with? Starting with, from when you were little?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've always been into rock music and stuff. I kind of grew up a lot with like listening to Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace, and stuff like that, and then just kept going and going. And I've
Okay.
always listened to rock music. I never thought in a day in my life would be playing in that. I actually started playing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've actually started playing about 3 years ago. Just recommended me to start playing the bass. So I'm like, okay, I'm free most of the time, so why don't I just play? And then this was during COVID as well, everybody was home. So, and I
Okay.
just started playing a lot and I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't
Yeah,
stop.
I won't. Yep. So it's a
All
great
right.
thing.
And so you play the trumpet and the guitar, right? Okay. Any other instruments?
Not yet. So I mean,
Don't let him lie to you. This dude,
mhm,
I don't play any other instruments yet. He'll
mhm.
go get on that drum kit and school around for a
I
while.
can play the
Or
drums a little bit.
yesterday we're at Guitar Center and he's like, dun dun dun, or whatever. I know we're at the studio. And
Yeah,
all
the
of a sudden he
studio.
comes in and he's like, "Hey, what do you think about this thing I did on the piano?"
Yeah, I was
So
playing the
don't let
piano a
him
little
fool
bit.
you.
Yeah. So I just try the best I can on whatever I can grab, I guess.
All right. Sweet. What about you, Brian? What were some of your musical influences?
So I'm like 10 years older than everybody else in the band. So like I was
You're the
born in the
youngest. I get it.
80s and 80s hair metal and 90s
Fuck
grunge.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm all over the place, man. Nirvana and Foo Fighters and Temple of the Dog, Poison,
Oh, I know.
all the
I
way
love
up
Temple of the Dog.
to the emo. You know what I mean? I was huge into the Fallout Boy and My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm all over the place. I have 6 years of real opera training with the guy who's like the head of the opera department at North Carolina University now, right? So like I
Okay.
did that uh on top of like the 80s hair metal that like my dad was always playing. I was with my grandparents as well a lot, so like musical theater, the Phantom of the Opera, like I've seen it all. They introduced me to everything, so I was given my first guitar
All
when I was
right.
4.
So definitely a wide arrangement. That's cool. Is there anything that you would say you would not try to do musically?
Well, he did ask me yesterday if I wanted to go to the Renaissance Festival
Oh,
and
yeah.
play like old school medieval kind of music, and I was just like, Nah, I was like, draw the line there.
You know, get dressed up, get on a horse, do the jousting, and somebody playing in the background for you. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter and her girlfriend just went to the Renaissance Festival a
There,
couple
yeah.
weeks ago, and they really liked it.
See,
Yep,
I like to
it's
go
fun.
So,
for the big turkey legs, man. And I do like to
the
watch the
big
joust.
turkey leg. Man, they definitely sell tons of those turkey legs. I've been to one before, and that was like everywhere I looked, somebody was holding a big ass turkey leg.
Oh
Yep, I
yeah.
bet thousands, man. Literally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge. Huge, just huge.
Yeah, we
Oh
hold
yeah.
the Ren Fair guys. Listen, we're gonna sell turkey legs. We're really gonna push them this year. All right, we need to sell $20,000.
That's probably the most they make of it.
Yeah, because right, that's how the peasants lived. They could all afford a turkey leg while
Yeah,
they all, hop back and forth into whorehouses and lived
yeah,
outside
yeah.
the palace.
Now you'll go
Absolutely.
broke
They
buying it.
survived.
Coming. Here's your turkey leg. Can't afford anything else. Go home.
See ya!
Yeah, right.
Okay. Oh, goodness. So, what is something that you do want your fans to get out of your show? When they've come to your show and they leave, what is something that you would want them to leave with?
Definitely the experience. Just because we're, I don't know, I guess a little emotional or something, how it
That's
depends
what I was gonna
however,
say.
yeah, it depends how everybody feels, I guess, but it's like, because our music is more kind of that alternative kind of thing or hard rock too, we kind of like to have it all mixed up, so and it's like we would like to have a little mosh pits, and then after that, people just going like this, just having a good time, you know.
So basically, we've arranged
Right.
it in such a way, right? Because like, okay, so how do you say? The music is like personal, right? Like it's like when I'm up there singing, dude, I'm singing about people and things that like you don't know about, but they're like, you know what I mean? Like that's me. Like that's my inside coming out. You know what I mean? Like every time I take the stage, right? Like I'm exposing my innermost like do you know what I mean? Like
Feelings.
whether I
Yep.
hate you or I love you or I don't even know what to do anymore. You know what I mean? Or I'm pleading for help. Like it's all coming out in a song, right? So like that's where I'm with Peter there. Like I want the crowd to connect emotionally, like every time. You know what I mean? I want them to really hear what I'm saying and like have it like resonate. You know what I mean? Like feel what I'm feeling, like whether it's me screaming and we're on the highest of highs and everybody's rocking out, or we're playing Heaven's Walls and it's basically just, a trumpet, guitar, and a little bit of drums and it's real mellow. And you know what I mean?
Just kinda like just at the calm level, and then the next song we come in, everybody's all like, yeah,
And build it back up,
built.
With the song Memory, I definitely felt some emotion with that.
right?
Tell me a little bit about what brought the song Memory about. I really like the lyrics too.
So I'm a firm believer that like the best songs are written in 5 minutes. Like it's something that just happens, right? Like it's not something that you try to write. Like you just play something and it just happens. 5 minutes later, you've got a song, right? And you're like, holy crap. So like that song came about. I had this girlfriend in high school, right? And like call her the one that got away, right? And that's basically what the song was about, right? Like I got pictures and I got memories and I got photographs, but like that's it. You know what I mean? It's gone, right? And I don't want to be, I wish I was more than that, right? I don't want to be the memory, right? Like real, you know what I mean? That's the insides coming out again. Like, ah,
And they do, yeah, yeah, as you're getting into the song, you start singing louder, and that's where
right?
you can definitely feel the emotion of the song coming out. Something that I do wanna plug in, for my show, this is something that I just always say for my audience as well, is if you do have kids and they show any interest in music, whether it's, picking up, an instrument or taking lessons, going to shows, encourage that, help them explore, be with them, and, help see them through that, because the more that you hear, my podcast and the guests, everybody agrees that music does so much for us personally, for the heart and soul, but it also helps develop the kids when they're young. And I'm a really strong believer in that. So let them join the high school band. encourage them any way you can. If you think that it costs money to get music lessons and things like that, yes, it does, and it's really worth it. So that's my plug.
Yep, you got it.
Hey, and listen, it does, and it does cost money, but also we live in the time, man, where there's YouTube. And I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
my kid came down yesterday. Now, he started playing the violin and he picked up my guitar off the floor, pulled up a YouTube video for Smoke on the Water, and 20 minutes later was playing Smoke on the Water on my guitar. And I was like,
That's amazing.
what?
I mean, yeah, there's so many resources out there now that they have access to. So I think that's really cool. It's just so easy to connect. You can do it remotely. Kids can connect with one another and start their bands. I mean, I think it's cool to do it that way. I think it's really cool to do it in person too. You have that more of the connection, but it's possible to do it remotely. It shouldn't, stop anybody if that's the way that they need to, get involved.
Absolutely.
So remind us again, when is your show coming up again with Saving Abel? It's here in
November
November
22nd. Yep.
November 22nd. Okay,
Yep.
maybe you'll run into Dave Chappelle down there.
November 20th.
All right, guys. So is there anything else that you want to
I mean, hey, this is an awesome journey. It's a great
Yep,
experience.
absolutely. It's something that I thought it would never happen. I've been looking for people for a couple years now. It's the past people that I've always had. It always just went down, because they just didn't have it in them as we do, So and then when I met Brian, he's 100% in. So you always need that support. You all need to be together.
Right, definitely.
You can't
You
do it
need
by
that
yourself.
commitment.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think it's everybody who's been there or everybody who is there was given an opportunity by somebody at some point, right? Like people can be selfish
Mhm.
and they can be like, oh, I did it. It was me. But no, man, at some point, somebody gave you an opportunity, right? Whether you realize it or not, there's always somebody that's going to give you that opportunity, right? And you just have to look out for it and you have to appreciate it when it comes. You know what I mean? You can't just take it for granted. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, like so many people today are just so in it for themselves and they don't care about anybody else or anything that's going on. And they're like, oh, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? What can you do for me? Like, it's just like, can't be
Yeah,
that way. You know what I mean?
especially music. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
100%.
definitely seen some, through the years, some musicians, even local ones that were just so conceited. And
Yeah.
I don't even know if they realized it, that they were kind of like the laughing joke because
Oh,
they were so
yeah.
conceited. Maybe they had the looks or they were in the band or something like that. But on the outside, it was kind of like, oh my God, I think for a musician, the really good ones always come from humble beginnings somewhere, or they learn humility along the way. Sometimes it's a really tough fall to learn that humility, but I think that that is a very important part of character.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
And I just want to also say, like, another band that I used to be in, there's one guy, he would just say, I'm just doing this for me. He would say that straight to my face, and I'm just like, oh,
He would
wow.
say, "What?"
Right.
I'm just doing this for me. So,
Yeah, so
wow.
his outlook is kind of, screwed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like Stone Cold just said it, so, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, I don't think I'll be in this for much longer. So, yeah.
It's kinda sad because I think people they can easily be led astray too, especially more these days because, again, with all the connections and resources, if you go with the wrong advice, you can really get pumped up and your head will get bigger, thinking that you are all that's needed. You can do this, you've got people in your head, telling you, "You can do this. You're worthy. Look in the mirror every day. Tell yourself this, that, and the other." Well, by the time they're doing that, they're led astray and then, they're fucked because they're just in that me mentality.
Mhm.
Right.
So I guess we'll just do another episode on that. We'll do another episode on the me mentality, bring your
Absolutely.
big fucking turkey drumsticks, and yeah, we'll talk it
We're
out.
100%.
Okay. Well, you guys have been really super awesome talking, and I'm definitely gonna try and make it to your show with Saving Abel.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Be looking for the merch that is out, guys, with Red Light Running. They've got a lot of cool band merch that's already out, actually. So
We got more coming.
Are you getting something out?
Yeah, we had all the stuff.
There's hats, shirts,
Yeah. You've got hats, T-shirts,
even bracelets,
the wristbands. Okay.
RLR.
Sweet.
all that stuff.
All
And
right.
more.
You heard it, guys. Red Light Running, they're streaming everywhere. They're out. So take a listen. You will not be disappointed. Thanks so much for being a guest on my show, guys.
Hey, thanks for.
This is She Shreds with Rasan. Peace out and keep it loud.
Thank you.